not taking advantage of your opportunities in the first half and then the turnovers in the second half. For you guys offensively, why were you guys struggling to be able to have some of those momentum type drives that you had last week against the Vikings?
We'll just have to watch the film and see. It's tough to answer that question right now.
Do you feel like mentally y'all were in the right headspace that y'all needed to be in after such a big win in week 1 and then having to turn around 6 days later for a game like this?
Yeah, it's exciting that we came back and, made it a game. Obviously, too little too late, but showed a little resilience like we did last week.
Trying to empty something that you've always liked. You guys did a lot of it today. Was there a reason it didn't work as well as you guys probably would have liked today?
They had a good pass rush, so we tried to get it out quick, and they knew that they had a good pass rush and that we were going to get it out quick, so they just started sitting on all our routes.
Joe, how concerned are you about the number of hits you've taken the first 2 weeks?
Not concerned. This is football. You're going to take some hits.
How do you negate that when you know that they're sitting on routes and they're playing up front and they're, what's the best way to kind of get them out of doing that?
You got to throw the ball. You got to throw the ball over their head, and at least make them feel like you're going to be able to do that and call some plays that go over their head. Were there
times where you wanted to throw it over their head, but it just didn't come open for you more than, obviously you took a couple shots, but not as many, wanting to throw more deep balls today?
We'll just have to watch the film and reflect on everything. It's tough to, say anything right now without watching the film.
So how much momentum did you feel you guys had been gaining after that first drive of the second half? It seemed like a good start to the second half.
Yeah, I think we just turned the ball over too many times, and you're not going to win any games when you turn the ball over 4 times.
Did the Bears D-line remind you of any of the D-lines you faced last season?
It's the NFL. They're all game records. Everyone has guys. It's just a matter of how you react to them.
You said it was really important to start a culture of getting some wins on the road. What's your message to the team knowing you guys have another road game against a pretty tough opponent next week?
It's a division game. We're excited to go there and play against them. They're playing really well. Obviously, one of the better teams in the league, so we got to come with our big boy pants on and ready to play.
Welcome to the Queen City Strikes podcast. I'm your host, Ray Summers. Got my co-host, Maverick, man. Tell him what's up, bro.
What's up, everyone?
Man, we got a good show for y'all today, man. Episode 7 Chi Blue Streak, man. Nice little Monday, September 20th. Rainy day here in the Queen City. Let's just get into it, man. Like, I know y'all been waiting for us, man. Checking the pulse. Coming off the little upset. Loss, Bengals lose 2017, Chicago Bears. Oh, a lot of heartbreak, man.
I like how you said that. The Bengals lost. You didn't say Chicago won.
Hell no.
Because they didn't win that game. Bengals lost that game.
Bengals lost that game, man. Bengals clean lost that game. But let's get into it, man. What was your reaction off of this, man? Like, we'll just start with Joe Burrow's performance, bro. We'll start there.
Again, he showed his resilience and he never quits. But it's tough throwing 3 picks. But the offensive playbook, it needs to open up a little bit more.
Has to.
They're being way too conservative early on, especially with a team like the Bears. The defense, they got a very strong front 7, but a weak secondary. And they waited till that late in the fourth quarter to start exploiting it, and then they did a couple shots early in game, but they didn't stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
I blame a lot of the sacks on that too. When you keep being that conservative and doing check downs and
right,
run, you're allowing them to load the box and just keep the pressure on, and you're not spreading that field at all. Which I did say a couple weeks ago, the offense might start off ugly for a little bit.
Right.
There's a difference between being ugly and being too conservative, and this is kind of a mixture of both.
Mm-hmm. How many sacks did they get, the Bears?
And that game,
Yeah,
three.
Three total. Three total.
Oh, I'm sorry, four.
Four total?
They sacked us 4 times. We got 3.
Okay. I mean, just the fall reset with his performance, like, yes, he did come back, because it all comes back to what we're talking off grid, where like it having the bad performance, it basically based off of how you come back from the performance, and him hitting those 2 back-to-back TDs and good field position, like thank God to the turnovers from, what was it? We saw the Logan Wilson interception, and then before that, I forget what happened.
About Logan Wilson?
Yeah, Logan Wilson got one of them with the interception.
He had to strip fumble on the sack, and he was too excited to see Green in front of him.
Yeah,
to be able to take it to the house, overran the football when he should have just dropped his body right down on it.
So
started us at the 30.
Yeah, so both was off of Logan Wilson's, like, making the good turnover plays. I mean, but yeah, like you say, he should have fell on the ball. But if he would have got that up, we'd be talking about a whole new different topic today.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. That would have changed the momentum of the game completely.
24-20 Bengals, like we're saying.
First thing you got to do, secure the football first. I think Mark Sanchez, I kind of agree with exactly what he was saying about fumbles. Me and you talked about it earlier, where he was talking about something along the lines of city fumbles and farm fumbles or something like that. And this was a city one where you had everybody piled, right there at the ball, versus when we fumbled the ball, there was nobody around.
Yeah.
Ball security.
Yeah, ball security. One thing I will point out, what made me really mad at the beginning of the game was the taunting penalty on Von Bell when towards Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
That shit pissed me off. And this taunting penalty stuff is getting out of hand. But we'll get into that like later on. But the taunting penalty is getting out of hand with this shit.
Let him play.
As far as the offense go, like, how did you feel about the offense, man? Since we're kind of still on that topic with Joe Burrow, but as a performance-wise, go ahead.
Got to stop being so conservative. The offense is being extremely predictable. And you're getting into situations where it's obviously a pass down and it allows those interceptions to happen.
Right, man.
You start to fall back in that game later on in the game, they're knowing you're going to pass the ball some more. They're going to drop back. You need to spread that ball out some more. You have playmakers. Use them.
Wasn't barely using them. You have
they'll learn from these mistakes.
You have the targets up for the dynamic 3. Higgins,
or
Boyd,
just
and
this game.
Chase. Yeah, this game. How many times they were targeted catches?
I don't know how many times they were targeted. I know Boyd had 7 catches.
Yeah, he was.
Higgins had 6, and Jamar Chase had 2.
Okay, so it was like 20 percent wise for you. What grade would you give the offense performance,
Overall, for the fact that there were 3 interceptions, if I could take the interceptions away,
okay,
I may give it a B. But with the interceptions and everything, I'll say C. And the reason I'll say C, I won't go lower than that, is the fact that the way they fought back in the fourth quarter and were able to put points back up on the board.
Right.
They didn't let it shut. They could, and most teams, they could have just shut it down and like, it's over, pack the bags, just run the clock out, be done. But they started slinging and all of a sudden getting down the field and getting in the end zone. So
I'm giving them, I'm giving them a D-. Only reason I'm giving a D- is the lack of sense of urgency. They waited way too late. And this is on the offense as a whole, along with the offensive coaching. The lack of creativity, the play calling, there was a single back way too goddamn much in this game. Way too much. I'm looking at the Bears, they in shotgun formation damn near almost the whole game, even though they didn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, I see why they're doing that, though, because Fields is more that style offense.
But you would think the Bengals would have did the same thing with Burrow, knowing about the pass rush they was getting. That's just me. I'm just on my own opinion right here. Just let me be. Just let me be. I'm just saying, like, it just, they weren't getting nothing going with that single back. And then, like, when you saw with the empty, I mean, yeah, he forced the one that got the interception, but the other ones, it was all pass completes. But it's just like that. And then the lack of use of Chris Evans, he had one big play on the offense. And then after that, it was just like, all right, they just shipped him off to the side. Didn't like that. And it's just like another thing on the scoring possessions. When I go with the aggressiveness, why aren't y'all going for 2 if you're down 20-3 in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 53 seconds remaining? I would at least went for 2. You tell me. I mean, am I wrong?
I mean, in this type of game, nothing was going their way.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, they can win for 2. And then the crazy thing, at halftime, Burrow's longest completion was 14 freaking yards. That's insane. Coming from a powerful, strong offense. Allegedly.
Supposed to be, yeah. It's not there yet. It's not there
Allegedly.
yet.
But still. You pointed out, Mixon 20 carries for 69 yards, 3.5 average. Boyd 7 receptions, 73 yards, led the team. Higgins 6 receptions, 60 yards, 1 TD. Burrow had the active streak for 200 passing attempts. That went to shit. Throwing that interception
in a hurry.
Man, and it's just like they just started the gas. They started the engine way too late. They hung around way too long doing these little goofy plays once again. And I keep telling y'all, like, it's not even time management on this one. Like, the time was there. They just wasn't like making it happen with creativity with the plays. In the number one person that like was in my mind during this, I'm like, man, Hugh Jackson would draw up a hell of a play right now. If Hugh Jackson was the offensive coordinator, he would draw up a hell of a play right now for this group. I don't know what the game plan was, but the game plan was shit. Offensive wise, literally, it was dog shit. Taco Bell meat.
I told you that.
Bro,
damn.
Taco Bell ground beef meat, grade D.
Hey, I told you it was going to be ugly in the beginning. But the main thing comes back to being too conservative.
Yeah.
And also, Wilson was driving me insane on special teams, on the kickoffs, in the end zone. You're in a position battle here, yet you keep taking it out of the end zone, and you can't even get up to where you're going to get if you would have took the touchback.
Didn't he muff one?
He dropped and had to go back and grab it real quick. I mean, every time he did that, he was getting stopped at the 10 or 15 yard line. So you're already starting Burrow way back in this offense.
Mm-hmm. Field position.
In a close game like this, field position is what's going to, it can win it or lose it for you. That was just driving me insane the way. I don't know what he was thinking, constantly bringing it out. Man. And as far as the offensive goes with play calls, how come we're not utilizing our tight ends more?
I know. I'm about to ask you, what is CJ? I'm about to look right now.
Oh, yeah. Uzama only had 2 catches for 4 yards. That's it. I don't know how many times he was targeted, but that's all he's got.
I'm fact checking right now for you guys. He was targeted twice. 2 receptions, 4 yards. Jesus. That's unacceptable.
I don't understand how come we're not utilizing tight ends more. I don't know why Chris Evans is not being more involved in the offense in different situations. They're literally only using Mixon to run the ball. I get that's a big reason you won the game last week, but he only got 69 yards and averaged 3.5 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're stacking the box up. I don't want to, be all Brett Favre like, but let's kind of be a gunslinger a little bit more. You got a real quarterback back there.
And you saw it at the end of the game. What happened? Like when he just let it fly, you saw the shit being made.
Open the playbook. What's it going to hurt?
It's just crazy. And then he had to make a hell of a play coming out of the halftime because shit wasn't going right. He had a little acting career for a minute on the out of bounds joint.
Yeah, that little
he had to sell that. Yeah, like. The best part was like you saw him looking at the corner of his eyes, and he just like, oh.
He pulled the LeBron James flop. So I got this.
Flop of the year, but that's somebody that's trying to win the game.
You got to do what you got to do,
whatever it takes. the way I look at it, by any means necessary. Do what
Now,
you got to do.
If a quarterback did that against us, I'd pull your line and go, "You bitch."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. It was just bad. That's why I'm giving them a D-. Yeah, but we're both not wrong. We're both just giving our own analysis on what we saw from the offense. You got anything to add with the offense before we go into the defense?
With the offense, I don't really have much more to say except for that offensive line. They need to pick it up. I mean, again, that also happens to be with the play calling too, being that conservative and constantly running. You're allowing teams to load up the box, which is going to lead to this. If you start spreading that ball a little bit further, and more, they're not going to be able to crowd the front like that as much as they've been doing.
Mm-hmm. And it was 3-7 all the way up until like late third.
Yeah.
Maybe beginning of the fourth. Jesus.
Yeah. You need to, like I said, you need to open it up, exploit their weaknesses. They got a great front seven. They got a weaker secondary in which they started, exploiting it, but too late.
Zachary and Callahan they gotta talk, bro. Have a beer together. I don't know what the hell they gotta do. Zach's record, before we go into the defense, Zach's road record is 1-15-1, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say that one more time. Zach's road record is 1-15-1, and overall 7-26-1. Do you before we get over to this off this topic? A lot of people, from what I'm seeing on social media, is that they calling from this dude's job already, and I'm like, this is only 2 games in. Do you feel his job? Do you feel like he's in the hot seat right now? That's what I want to say.
I would say he should be in the hot seat, but being the way the Bengals operate, I don't know how they would see it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you had, he picked up Marvin Lewis's team, which they were already starting to do bad.
Right.
And that continuation, then you get, a rookie quarterback, all new coaches and everything else on a season that was, affected by COVID. So there was no real off season. I'm not fully trying to defend him, but I'm also trying at the same time, give reasons.
Be realistic on the,
be realistic with new coaches, new, like I said, a new leader of the offense on a shortened season, as far as preseason, everything because of COVID and everything and whatnot. Then you had, and they were in every game last year. They were in it. They just were on the wrong side of it.
Right.
Okay. So starting last year and then continuing this year, this team fights. Now, whether or not they come out on top is what's been the problem, but they're never, from what I'm learning so far, is they're never out of the game. And this just proved it. Down that much in the fourth quarter, you were able to come back.
That comes down to that lack of execution.
Right.
What we've been talking about.
And then you had Burrow go down with injury, so that really killed things. With last year. Now this year we're only 2 games in. As of right now, the entire division is 1-1. It is still start of a brand new season. You have not lost any ground. You have not gained any ground. You start week 3 with an in-division opponent. Let's see how they respond the way they lost this game. And again, they're on, it is the road, and also we discussed it last week with the Bengals game. The fans are back with a vengeance. Watching these games right now is like watching college football.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The fans are making a huge impact, and Pittsburgh fans always make a huge impact.
Right.
But, excuse me.
You're good, bro.
We have to obviously let this season play through and see how they finish out.
You do. Yeah, you do. I mean, because it's too early to call right now. I wouldn't say we got to get rid of him right now. I'll say let's wait till week 6. Let's see where we're at. If we're sitting at 1-5, we'll come back to this conversation. But I'm expecting, from what me and you talked about the first episode, maybe the second one of the Stripe Chasers, I think they'd be starting out at least 5-1.
I mean, this week we got the Steelers. The following week is the game we're going to against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Thursday night, baby.
And then right after that, you have the Green Bay Packers. I mean, we got to see what the Packers will do tonight, how they play and respond to the ass whooping they got last week.
Facts.
And then right after that, you have Detroit. So, right out the rip, not counting the Steelers, the Jaguars, Packers, and Lions, to me, are all very winnable games, which I will go ahead and say the Steelers are too, but I want to see how we play against the Steelers.
Right.
Usually, you know how it's been in the past.
Hostile environment over there.
Let's see. The schedule's perfectly lined up,
Mhm.
for everything, to see how it, to give a better answer later on.
Mhm.
After those 3 games, then we got the Ravens. You're back in a divisional game, but of course it's at Baltimore. But then right after that is the Jets. So
A lot of
very
winnable games.
yeah, there's a lot of winnable games. Now, once we get to the Jets, depending on what their record is, should really give a better answer of what's going to go on with Taylor.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. Well, we will see. And another thing that stood out was Jamar Chase's post-conference interview. Like, he even said it himself. Like, they waited too long to literally pull the trigger. Literally. So if you got somebody coming in already calling it, it's just like, you're already showing frustration already. That just like, come on, bro. Come on, man. But we will see. But yeah, it's too soon to call it. But again, his road record is 115-1. So we will see what happens this coming Sunday when we go up to Pennsylvania and mess with that team over there. Off to the defense. Yeah, how you feel about the performance?
I want to say overall, I want to give the defense. I want to give them an A. Reason being, with what happened in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
They are constantly on the field. They're not getting any time to rest. And the Bears were not getting anything off of those. And only come out with 3 points with the way that they, they started at the 10?
Yeah.
And it was only able to get 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I could call out individual players, Eli Apple better start changing the way he plays. He's flat out F. He's a weak link in the chain right there. And, that missed tackle by Awuzie hurt.
Yeah, I did.
And the missed sack at the very end of the game.
By Hendrickson. Yeah, that was huge too.
But as a whole, they kept the running game in check, the passing game in check. It just didn't help that our offense was not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that. It is wasn't doing shit. Like I'm giving them a C+. The defense. I wasn't cool with them letting Dalton get that easy shit in the first quarter. I was not cool with that. I'm telling you, I'm not a fan of the X doing good, y'all.
Oh, I'm not either.
I'm not a fan of that shit. And like the fact that they let him get that off, he literally hit us with that, like, believe that. After that touchdown, yeah, like he had to look to the sideline, was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did.
Believe that, that's me. But yeah, the missed tackles, that's a major. You pointed it out. I'm with you on. I agree. The Henderson at the end, that would have changed the game. We would have got that tackle with like 2 minutes and like 40-something seconds left. That'd have been fourth down. They probably would have ran the clock all the way to the 2-minute warning. They would have punted. We would have had basically 2 minutes with the ball. Could have possibly been either a game time field goal or a game winning possession. Never know. That, along with where we're at on here. I will give them credit for keeping Fields to a short passing game. He only had 60 yards passing. Montgomery only had 68 yards rushing, I believe. 61 yards.
61 yards.
Yeah, 61 yards, 0 TDs, 3.5 carry. And then, man, that sack fumble that we discussed, and that should have been recovered by Logan, but in return for a TD, but he lost concentration. I think Fields recovered it, and I think they ended up punting it anyway. But still, that would have been a whole new different game if they would have connected all those pieces yesterday. We would be. I'm telling you, we've been looking at, like I said, either 24-20 Bengals or to win the overtime, and it would have been 23-20. Like, that's what we're looking at. But that's why I'm giving them that. Then the Bears didn't do nothing spectacular.
No,
they didn't really do anything. Yeah, they got all the turnovers. They only got 10 points off the turnover. On I think they got the pick six, and then they got the other one that went for the touchdown, or no, for the field goal. So yeah, they didn't really do nothing crazy. Like Montgomery didn't do nothing crazy. Fields didn't even do nothing crazy. He had probably like 3 great passes. And then, our ex did his thing. Our ex did his thing in the first quarter. So it's just like they didn't really do nothing crazy, but it's just like I just don't know what's going on. I don't know if they had the wrong pizza that night. I don't know if they ordered pizza that night. I don't know if they drank the water up there. I don't know what was going on, but they had the most latest start I ever seen a professional team play.
To me, the defense did more than enough for us to win the game.
Yeah,
the
they
offense
did.
Didn't pull through on their end.
I'm just on the defense. It's like you can't be missing tackles, especially at Wouzier on the sideline. It was 3rd and 12. That would have been key. Like other than because the Logan Wood stuff happened after that. But like if you would have got that tackle right there or pushed him out of bounds, what we all expected, because he's on the sideline. I don't know. I think he was trying to rip the ball. I'm like, yo, push him out of bounds.
Exactly.
Are you awake? Like, where's your mind at in the game? It's 3rd and 12. Like, yo, just push him out of bounds. That's all you had to do.
The obvious answer is the ones they didn't do. Just push him out of bounds and Logan Wilson just following the ball.
Man, it's just the easiest stuff. But again, like we're just going off of it, like, off of just spectation, how we're looking at it as spectators.
It's frustrating stuff, but it's all, again, fixable stuff.
It is, and y'all can
they'll watch the film, they'll go over it, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
As long as but they need to get that offensive line to really. Frank Pollock needs to be drilling their asses.
Oh yeah, because I keep telling y'all them hits. I mean, again, them hits was still lightweight, mild. Oh, there's a lot of safe hits he took. One he could have thrown away, and there's one I think what really made me mad. We go back to the offense. What made me mad was they went for it on 4th and 2. And they threw it. Burrow had a clear gap to run for at least 5 yards and a slide off to the left. The A gap was open, but he was so busy looking off to the right, he didn't even see the A gap was right there. Like it was open. Literally, he could have ran and slipped for the first down. And that's another thing. We could have talked about a whole new different game that would have happened.
Quarterback pressures is what's changing.
It is.
He's not having any time.
Ain't no time yet.
There's no time to process. That's part of the reason also in their defense not spreading the field so much is the fact that he doesn't have much time back there, but you at least got to take some chances.
I hear you. That's all I'm saying. Like they should just ran and spread. They should just ran in the shotgun formation, But that single back, it wasn't getting us nowhere. I just wasn't cool with that. You got too many weapons to be doing single back. Personally, and even using the tight ends as blockers, it obviously still wasn't helping.
No,
the play it still wasn't helping, bro. So it's just like something got to give. Special teams, this is gonna be short with the special teams. I mean, you kind of already nailed it with the Darius Phillips and you said Brandon Wilson. I mean, and Nick Pearson hit the 53-yarder.
I've been bragging about it from day one. There's no worries when he comes up.
Yeah. Like I'm just giving them like a C+ as well on that. It's crazy. It's nuts, everybody, man. Like it's just the stuff that we saw yesterday. Like it was all unexpected. Came into the game knowing that their secondary was trash.
There's a lot of things they got to work on. Total first downs, they have 34 for the season versus allowing 40 first downs.
Oh, yeah. Bring us the stats. Hell yeah.
They have 9 rushing first downs, 22 passing first downs, and 3 first downs by penalty. So 3 times we had penalties help us keep the chains moving.
Mm-hmm.
Third down conversions is just god awful. They are 9 and 26. They're allowing opponents, they're 12 and 31. So the defense is doing their part on that.
Mm-hmm.
4th down conversions, they're 2 for 4. Total offensive yards at 614. So you're averaging 307 yards a game. Not very great numbers.
It isn't, man.
Total rushing yards, 218. Total passing yards, 396. Rushing, we're averaging 5 yards total.
Could be better. That could be way better.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a different stat there.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Rushing is 3.9.
3.9.
Passing average, and this is, what I like, is 8.2. Spread that offense some more. Allow your receivers to get the ball in tight ends. You know, stop being so conservative. But what's also killing us is sacks.
It is, yo. And to add on to that sack, perfect segue, yo. Fun fact, not even a fun fact. Burrow is tied with Tennessee's Ryan Tannehill with the second most sacked quarterback. That's 9 times. And that's behind Jets rookie Zach Wilson 10 times.
Yeah.
They got to figure that out, man. And you said
Yeah.
it best. Frank Polak got to get on them guys, yo, because like that can't. I'm telling you, y'all. Like we said the last episode, there's gonna be only so many hits. Like, I'm glad like he didn't get hit on the pick 6 return because that fall looked nasty. I mean, I give him kudos of going after the ball, but I'm like, yo, he better not get hurt going after this big ass dude.
I mean, with the way they're going with this offense, they are staying pretty damn even as far as offense. They have 56 plays that are rushing, and they have 57 plays that are passing. So you are literally staying 50-50.
Yeah.
But the way they've been performing it is run as much as we can early, pass in the end.
Right. But I mean, defense, like we said, defense been doing their thing, man. Larry was I'm not say his last name. Abajobi. Defensive tackle, but he did good. He did a hell of a good job. Yeah, him and Logan Wilson stood out to me on the defense. But they got to get it together, man. But like I said, I feel like they're still doing the preseason game plan going into these games. Hopefully, like they turn the fuse, up for this game Sunday.
That's biggest game of the season.
This is the biggest.
Far.
I mean, yeah, like this is the biggest. This is the show and prove game to see what happens. And I'm interested to know who's going to be active this game, who's not going to be active this game. Man, I'll still love to see Thaddeus Moss on this game, bro. Just to see what he does, bro. More Evans, more passing, and just like, and of course you're gonna have Mix come out the back, but he's gonna do his thing. But they got to be ready this game. That's all I know. They got to be ready. And I think Bengals got the highest graded. Yeah, Logan Wilson, the 84.1. Boyd, 80.8. DJ Reader, 78.9. Mike Hilton. The Mike Hilton thing, is there any way they could swap Eli Apple and Mike Hilton? Even though you say he plays a slot, but why can't we put him at corner until Trey Waynes come back?
I don't know. Either way, I'd like to have Apple off the field. I mean, he's reminding me straight up of Drake Kirkpatrick. The only thing he's good for is a missed tackle and a pass interference penalty.
Man. I'm with you because he didn't really make a positive impact. Like he gave up big plays. Gave up really big plays, man. I just wish they could think about that. Like, I'll put Mike Hilton in that until Trey. I don't even know if we're going to see Trey Waynes this coming Sunday. I haven't seen any updates yet.
I doubt it. I'm not going to hold my breath. We ain't seen him yet.
I haven't seen no updates yet.
But I like that TJ Watt won't be in.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's what we do know. TJ Watt won't be in there. I will say this. The starters, Higgins and Xavier, they are day-to-day with injuries. That's just got released. Yeah, that's breaking news. That just released.
What was it? I'm sorry.
T. Higgins and guard Xavier Safulo both suffered injuries yesterday, but they're day-to-day in terms of their ability moving forward.
As long as it's day-to-day.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Fulo, he injured his leg, and Higgins' injury is they don't know at the moment. They don't want to say. They do say if he's not able to play Sunday, they'll have to put Jackson Carman in.
Time to see how the rookie does.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it can't be no worse than what we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the odds right now, they are heavily against us for the Pittsburgh game.
Yeah. They already got the spread number out?
Oh, it's all the numbers are out. Football Power Index gives us a 36.9% chance to win. 538 has Steelers 68% win probability.
Mm-hmm.
DraftKings says the Steelers are covered the Bengals in week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gonna see.
I like being the underdog.
Oh yeah, especially
rather
if you're on
be
a
the
road
underdog.
game. Like I just gave y'all the record for the road game. Like I'm already assuming they're having us like to lose, but yeah, we the underdog. I'm supposed to be underdog almost not every game because like we got some winnable games coming up that you already announced. But
We need to have ourselves in good position towards the end of the season. 4 out of our last 5 games are at home.
mm-hmm. Man, we already answered what they could have done. I mean, yeah, that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. We already did all that.
Can't survive and live life on coulda, woulda,
Yeah.
shoulda.
So, well, you said you ended up leaving after the second interception. Was there a play of the game that you wanna point out?
From what I saw, there were no plays of the game in our favor.
If I had to pick one that was the booster, was that Jamar Chase TD.
Mm-hmm.
And give y'all like a fact on that. Chase is the first rookie since 1976 to score 2 TDs. So kudos to him, bro. Can't be mad about that. But yeah, if I had to this is like the loser MVPs of the game. Yeah, if I had to pick for offense and defense, I got Jamar Chase and Logan Wilson. Yeah. That's my 2.
And for all the people that still want to say should have picked Sewell, no.
Yeah,
I'm still that wouldn't have changed that offensive line any.
It wouldn't, man. From what we're seeing now, since we got the receipts, he ain't doing too good. But I do got a fun fact for y'all. We got 3 X's that did well yesterday, y'all. Andy Dalton beat us. AJ Green scored his first TD with the Cardinals and their game winner yesterday. And goofy ass Randy Bullock hit a game-winning field goal for the Titans. X's is going off, yo.
But how can you say Dalton beat us? Dalton didn't beat shit. He did
he's
that touchdown drive.
He's part of the team, yo. That's all I'm gonna give him, yo.
Being part of the team don't mean squat to me.
You know me, I'm not a Dalton fan. I wasn't a Dalton fan, but he did win. Can't ignore it, yo. I know he didn't beat us, but he was on the winning team. So it's just like that's just what it is, yo. That's just what it is. Anything you want to add to this before we go into the closing and then around the league results?
Just for everybody that's already quick to dog the Bengals, it's not over yet. Again, 1-1 is the division.
Yeah, everybody's 1-1 right now.
It's a clean slate.
Yeah, I want to panic.
No, way too early to panic, especially in a season that's now 17 games. We still got 15 more to go.
Right. Like we said last episode, like, ladies and gentlemen, we got a long season to go. It's too early to be over here. I'm not going next Thursday. Like, no, it ain't the time for that right now, yo. We need everybody still here. We need to keep that same energy.
We still got, let's see.
Keep that same energy. You can't. It's just too soon to be like putting your head down on this. I mean, I know we're looking like our heads is down, but we're just giving we're just letting it out of our system for what we saw yesterday, just so we can move forward to Steelers week.
Yeah, there's plenty of winnable games.
Plenty. Like I told y'all, I had us going 5-1 starting out. So it's still possible on the table. It's still possible. What else is on here? Oh yeah. Before we get to round league results, anything you expect to see from the you want to see with the Steelers game next week?
Obviously a W.
Oh hell yeah. W, more creative play calling, bro. Even trick plays, I'm with that.
Yeah, come away with a win, play a clean game.
Yeah, no penalties, please. 2 max.
The Steelers, we love to get amped up too much and we can beat ourselves.
Mental.
Don't do the stupid taunting penalties. Don't
already
do
know.
no extracurriculars after the play. They will try to get you to beat yourself. Don't fall for it.
Them
Play your
taunting pennies gonna
game.
be there.
Open the playbook some.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep your mindset right, one game at a time, and come away from this game without injuries.
Right. I do see some penalties in this joint.
There always is. That's what,
Yeah,
come in
this gonna
there with a
be-
clean, open mind, clear mind, whatever the case may be. Do not allow them to get into your head.
I will say play aggressive. Literally.
Play aggressive, but not, where you're getting flagged constantly, because in
Bro.
this type of game, the refs are looking for it with our history.
Bro, with this, I hope they play aggressive like they family on ransom. Like for real, man. Like I need them, like the fire gotta be in their asses, like going into Sunday. I know Mixon ready to let out the gate.
Hey, if they could try to light them up early, then just drill them with the run. If you want to play conservative, that's when you do it. You light them up early, drill them with the run.
With TJ Watt, I don't know their roster really well on defense. Is that the team? Did they got Devin Bush, or am I tripping?
Yeah, they have Devin Bush.
Okay. Okay. I don't know nothing about their corners or their safeties. I try not to pay attention to them like that. Like, to be honest with y'all, like, because
They still have Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden.
Linebackers are TJ Watt, Melvin Ingram, Devin Bush. Cornerbacks, obviously Joe Hayden, Arthur Mallett. They still got some decent people on that defense. And they also have Minka Fitzpatrick in that back in the secondary.
Okay.
So it's going to be a tough one.
I will say this. Chase better be the first option, because from what I saw this game, he was wide open plenty of times. I'll rewatch the tape. Like I told you 12 times. Like there's a lot of times he was open. Like beating the corner like easy. I don't know who's gonna be guarding him this coming Sunday on the Steelers, but look, he should be the first option to be looking at. Or not the first, the second. Give him time to get past, but he seemed like he was already past.
I'll put it to you like this. Pittsburgh's defense has allowed 169 yards rushing. They've allowed 627 yards passing. You got to torch them in the passing game.
Yeah, you got to. No question.
And they've allowed 0 rushing touchdowns. It's only 3 passing touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
They're 9 to 24 on third down conversions.
9 for 24?
9 for 24. They've allowed 13 out of 31 third down conversions.
Man. All right. We're gonna see. We'll see. We'll give our predictions in a minute. Our round of league results. This past Thursday, Giants beat the Washington, almost call them the Redskins, Washington football team 29-30. Texans and the Browns win 31-21. Rams beat the Colts. I think Carson Wentz without an injury in that game too. Fragile Wentz. 27-24 Rams. Bills beat the Dolphins, beat the dog shit out the Dolphins, 35-0.
And Tua got hurt.
Yeah, that's not a good look or a good sign. Also the Patriots beat the Jets 25-6. Man, was that Zach Wilson's his name?
It was
Four INTs.
It was fugly.
Terrible. 49ers beat the Eagles 17-11. Raiders beat the Steelers 26-17. Panthers beat the Saints 26-7. Broncos beat the Jaguars 23-13. Cardinals beat the Vikings 34-33. The Bucks had a hell of a game. I think Brady threw 5 TDs. 48-25. Buccaneers against the Falcons. Them Cowboys won 20-17. Titans win in overtime against the Seahawks 33-0. And then Ravens came back from a 14-0 deficit. I don't know what it was, 14-7, but they won 36-35. And tonight, who we got? What's tonight? Yeah, tonight is the Lions Packers. I don't really care who wins that game, to be honest. You got any score predictions for Sunday for the Bengals Steelers?
That's gonna be it's gonna be around the same ballpark.
Let me see what I got on here. Okay.
I'll say 24-21.
Okay. 24-21. 24-21. I can see that. I mean, I can see that.
And it's gonna come to a game-winning field goal. It'll be tied.
I can see that. Do you have a if they fuck up score? It could be still winning. It could be like 10-9. Because that was my fuck up score. 10-9. Like if they come out if it's a messy game, let's say it's raining or some goofy, you never know what's gonna happen this coming Sunday. Like let's say it's like a messy game or something. Shit ain't going well. It's all running game, sloppy passing. 10. That's my fuck up score, 10-9. But my real score, I got 28-17.
I'll say mess up game. I'll say 16-10.
Okay. Yeah, all these is realistic. I can see all these, all four of these.
I see mostly field goals.
Oh yeah, this is where McPherson will shine. I could definitely see that. Yo, when was the last game? It was just all field goals.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's been a while, but there has been a game I've seen. Like it was literally, it might have been the Ravens, might have been Tucker and them. But it was
I don't
like
think this
all
game's
field
going to be
goals.
all field goals, but I see a lot of field goals being kicked in this game.
Hell yeah.
As long as
range.
everybody hits their tackles and all that, and they don't do nothing stupid.
Hell yeah. I'm with you, man. But anything else you got to add before we get out of here?
That's all I got.
I might have said we ready to get on the Steelers week, y'all. We just had to get this out the way.
I want my free chili. Give me a win.
Right, if they win, make sure you get that gold star that following Monday, and also get that car wash. It's like $7 off. I said on the ultimate. Shout outs to everybody, man. Make sure you like the episode. Definitely subscribe. Share with your friends, family, coworkers, whoever. Man, I'm your man Ray Summers, man. You catch me on Instagram, Twitter. It's Ray Summers _4. Shout out to my man Maverick, man. Yeah. Want to give y'all a little hoo-day.
Hoo-day.
We so ready to leave, bro. We can tell we so ready to leave. Yeah, we apologize, yo. Like this episode sound like a little dull, man. Like it was just coming off of what we saw yesterday. It was just like you just gotta breathe and just hope this coming week they don't do the same bullshit that they did the previous week. We hope they just make all the negatives to a positive, or at least get close to the positive. But we just hope for a positive result. But other
Carry
than
that momentum they had in the fourth quarter on over.
right, man, pretty much into this week, man. But yeah, other than that, y'all, man, we love y'all, man. Give y'all a hoo-day.
Hoo-day.
Hell yeah, man. Salute. Love y'all. We out, baby.